What's up, y'all? You know what time it is. It's about to be that time.
Damn, son, where'd you find this?
Savage.
And we're back with One Piece 1052. And what a monumental chapter. This is one of those chapters. One of those chapters that only comes around every couple of years. I would put this chapter in the top 50 of all time chapters. We got a lot going on here. Probably should have multiple videos. Maybe it will. To really dissect and go even deeper into certain topics here. But first things first, we got a flying kick. Okay, he already did the flying kick. 10 out of 10 right there. You know we wanted it. The crew's all hanging, partying. Oda came through with the trans rights. Happy Pride Month. Love it. Gotta love it. And we got exactly what I was asking for last week. Let's get an infographic. Let's talk about these bodies. Who's taking a dirt nap? Come on. What do I expect in 1052 and beyond? Well, I don't know where Marco went. We need a confirmation that Ashura Doji is actually dead.
Another one.
I'm the guy in the community that told you, that said, believe me, Ashura Doji is dead.
Like, without a shadow of a doubt, Ashura Doji's dead.
Let's have some deaths here, Oda. Let's have something stick.
I got you, fam.
It's not Pashura Poji. The man is gone, all right? Moment of silence. Yeah. People didn't believe me. I got comments saying, you're wrong. Get canceled. Ashura Doji's alive. People were betting their whole life savings that I was wrong.
This man is dead. All right? He's dead.
Another one.
And I wasn't going out here saying every single person is dead, but I was saying that this guy right here, this guy, he's dead. And he is. More surprisingly, was that we got confirmation that Izo is dead as well, even though we saw it on screen. But he went out of G. He took somebody with him. Could they die? If Oda wanted to, yes. Izo has no standing threads that need to get tied up, right? Great last words, if possible, saying, hey, Kiku, you need to live on.
Another one.
The fact that you think Ashura Doji is dead is very interesting. And I want you to explain to me why you believe that.
Now, if you want to understand why I've said for so many, I mean, I guess we could say so many years, that Ashura Doji was going to die, it comes down to a certain Japanese folklore called Shuten Doji. For more on that, you can check out my video that is linked below about the folklore of Shuten Doji, which lined up with Chapter 1008, which is where Ashura Doji died. That video basically explains why I was able to predict this. Now, what I like specifically about Ashura Doji and Izo dying in the first place is that their stories have a full circle arc. There is nothing that they can contribute to the rest of this arc or the looming story in the future. Izo, oh, okay, he could have gone to the final war and died there. No, Izo was finally able to protect his sister, and that's what he basically came to do, to help save Wano and protect his family. He did that. Retroactively, it makes Kiku being alive and surviving more meaningful because of Izo's sacrifice. And furthermore, to Izo being dead, right? Did he have to die? No. And my man Dizza said it best in the stream. Said if Marco got his ass off that wall, maybe Izo would be alive. I mean, Marco was just hitting that cool lean. The other chapter, just hanging out. While Izo was bleeding out.
Savage.
It's Marco's fault. My man Marco had the nerve to say, I've been left alone again. Ashura Doji dying to Kanjuro makes Kanjuro a satisfying villain, because Kanjuro actually did damage to the scabbards beyond just emotional damage. Like he actually took one of their family members away. It's powerful. Cathartic. Hawkins died too, but that man's a bum.
Savage.
Moving on. Nah, I'll take a second to talk about Hawkins too. So this man didn't want to crawl back to Kid so bad that he basically fought on the losing side, even though he knew they were going to lose. He must have looked at the cards and said, the shadow of death is cast upon me right now. I'm the 1% man. So does that mean he has a 1% chance of survival? I mean, I guess. That man's dead, and he's always been a bum. The Seven of Wands represents exhaustion and a lack of conviction. Now, Judgment Reversed is all about self-doubt, right? And this is, in my opinion, Oda looking directly at Hawkins and saying, hey, Hawkins, you're a bum. You know you're a bum. Now is the time for you to reflect on your bumminess, okay? And when you wake up, maybe you'll choose the right side to be on. But that's a testament to Oda being a good writer, that he was able to make a character so unlikable that it worked. And now he's gone. Do I feel bad? Hawkins. No.
Savage.
Also, you know what? Big shout out to Killer for living up to his name. My man really is a killer.
Savage.
Man, it feels good. Will we get more bodies? Probably. At the end of the shrine scene, Kinemon was talking about how he wouldn't be able to handle it if any more of the heroes were to fall. There's still some government ships out there and an admiral on the way, right? So, foreshadowing? Perhaps. One criticism, though. Kiku should have been in that scene with Kinemon and Kawamatsu. Let's see Kiku mourn Izo. Let's have that moment, right? Because we've basically skipped over that. And then Kiku's just, taking a bath. I think that it's very possible that we may jump backwards a little bit in 1053 or later on, and then just get like a couple of days before. We see things like Kiku mourning for Izo, Kinemon meeting with Otsuru, right? Because I don't think he's been waiting 7 days to see his wife. It's just not happening. Robin doing some archaeology work. We need that kind of stuff. But we jump straight to Luffy and Zoro waking up, and we have this great party, and everything is great. Let's get into all of this stuff. I've basically only talked about like 2 scenes in this. This is a massive chapter. I can't wait to talk about everything else. Let's get into it. Said it before, and I'll say it again. Nothing gets me more excited than 5 old men in a room.
There's got to be a better way to say that.
And Oda delivers, and he delivered in this chapter, just like any chapter where the Gorosei appear. Type City. Now, we didn't get much information there, but we did get one bomb. When they talk about Zunisha leaving, the next thing they mention is that the borders of Wano are going to stay closed, implying a connection there. That you cannot open the borders of Wano without Zunisha's help. That seems to be the implication, and that's kind of a big bomb. They're still after Nico Robin, who is visibly absent from this chapter. If you didn't notice, Robin is nowhere in the chapter. Now, my headcanon is that she's off looking at poneglyphs. She has full reign to the entirety of Wano now. She can go anywhere she wants. And I think that it's very possible that Tenguyama Hitetsu is giving her the tour and taking her to the poneglyphs. We also don't see Inuarashi, we don't see Denjiro. They could be a part of this, archaeology team. I would love to see Robin doing some archaeology to begin with. I mean, not only because I want lore, but because I want more Robin. And she is the focal point of the beginning of this chapter and the end of this chapter, which of course we're going to get into the end. But I think that the next chapter is going to be very Robin-centric. I think that we're going to spend a good portion of the chapter dealing with something Robin-related. Whether that's Ryukyugu, like finding Robin by herself, or with this team that is not going to protect her. She is not going to be with the powerful friends that promised to protect her, and that is potentially how she could get captured. Or, considering that we are supposedly entering the next saga after the next chapter, I don't know if we're really going to do that. I think we may be getting there. Either way, next chapter is going to be huge, massive, unbelievable. But, said it before, what if Luffy gets captured, right? And then we have this whole saga, this whole couple of arcs or whatever about getting Luffy back, and we just focus on the crew. I don't think Oda's got the balls to do it, but man, would I love it, because I just need the crew. I just need them. Spend a lot of time with Luffy. He's the main character. But we've been split up so much. And here I am saying, well, let's split up even more, but do it differently. The world government ships are still outside of Wano, which is awesome, because that poses a problem. We're getting tragedy, right? What have I been saying for years? Wano is not going to end until we've had a Kuma that arrives at the end of the arc. And what has happened? Kaido, Big Mom are down, and here we are. Ryukyugyu is going to be our Kuma. And it looks like Ryukyugyu's got the plant fruit. We've all been theorizing that for years. And we were right. So another one that's a collective community W.
Another one.
Our boy eats by photosynthesis. We've been talking about that since the Reverie. Everybody's been talking about that. That one was a layup. DFD over on our Discord had an interesting theory saying, what if Green Bull is responsible for bringing Wano back to its former lush environment? Now, is this going to follow the trend of Aokiji showing up, being a menace, but then actually a good guy? Garp showing up, oh wait, he's family. Kuma shows up, oh no wait, actually he's a revolutionary, so since he has ties to Dragon, he's a good guy. Right? Fujitora, Admiral, still a good guy. The Straw Hats are always sort of getting out of these situations because Oda is implanting this character who is morally gray in some instances. I want Oda to flip that here. I don't want Ryukyugyu to be a good guy. I want him to be bad. I want a threat. I want a good fight. I want something to happen that pushes us to the end of this story. Let's have Sakazuki really have a dog in his pocket, because Fujitora is not. Kizaru is, but let's give him another one. Then we can have monster trio fights. Frankie and Usopp have repaired all of the ships, Kid's ship, Law's submarine, the Sunny. So they're ready to go. But the thing is, like I said, the world government ships are still outside, so we could have a sea battle that we have to worry about as well. Schoolboy Collins is out there, and dude's a menace. Apu rolls back up.
Heart was feeling mighty blue.
It's a shame what school can do.
For no reason, here's Apu.
My man pulls up and plays me so hard during the stream. I thought we were getting bounties. I thought a newspaper was going to open. Oh, okay. So Apu is, oh, hold on. Oop, ooh, big news? Big news? Big news? Big news? Oh. How many times am I gonna hit the Banderas? How many times am I gonna hit the Banderas? It's bounty time. It's bounty time.
Congratulations, you played yourself.
I was wrong. I got hype. I was saying during the stream, I was like, Oda, don't do it. Don't do the thing where you just tease it and then you don't show us anything until the next chapter or a couple of chapters later. But Oda did exactly that. You know why? Because he's Oda.
I got you, fam.
This is still in play, but this is about to get retired. We're gonna have to put a new bounty on there. Where's he gonna go? Kaido and Big Mom had 8 billion collectively. What's Luffy gonna get after this? I don't think he's gonna go higher than Blackbeard, unless Blackbeard also has a higher bounty. What has he been doing during the Wano arc? Our boy could be, he could be up there now. Who knows? Luffy catches up, gets past Blackbeard, right? But then we see at the end of that chapter or whatever that Blackbeard did something crazy, and now he's at 4 billy, and Luffy's at, you know, I don't know, 3 or something. So that we're reading it, we're like, oh man, he's above Blackbeard. But no. Blackbeard's always a step ahead Luffy, right? So hey, this is Blackbeard's bounty now. He's in the 4 billy range. So they've announced the new emperors. Are they still going to keep 5? Is it going to be Shanks, Luffy, Blackbeard, Law, and Kid? Or is Kid just asked out, right? Or is it going to be Buggy? He's got territory, right? We were talking about that during the stream. Maybe the world government is filing Law and Kid under Luffy as subordinates, as Yonko commanders. That'd be hilarious. Just saying. The kids of Wano are all told that they need to revise their history. Because as Doflamingo said during Marineford, history is written by the winners, right? And I mean, that's just the same in real life, okay? There's a lot of lies in textbooks. There's a lot of lies on the internet. There are games of telephone being played across time. What can you believe? You get out of high school, you go into college, you start learning about the real truth, you start looking on the internet, you start finding out that things aren't as black and white as everything could be. Well, that's what's happening here. But they're getting a better story. Instead of learning about the great, powerful Orochi, they're learning about Odin, who was great and powerful, albeit partly responsible for the downfall of Wano. He could have done more. Could have done more. He really could have. I'll defend that. So Luffy and Zoro are awake. Okay? What happened with that whole Grim Reaper business? I mean, Zoro did say that he came back from hell to personally kill Sanji. That was his whole motivation for coming back. Still feel like we need, some information on that as well. And I hope we get more information on that than we ever did for Nothing Happened. One of the best moments of the series, and it's still kind of a mystery. I loved how they didn't recognize Momonosuke. I was dying. I love it. Of course, Oda had to Oda, and like many people expected, Momonosuke jumped right into Nami's breasts and got a big old slap, reminding us that he's still 8 years old, right? But that ain't gonna fly no more, man. It didn't fly 10 years ago, and it's not flying now. So it seems Jinbei is coming around on Yamato. They held a vigil, which meant that they did not eat anything until Luffy and Zoro woke up. It's sweet. In the stream, it was mentioned, what if this has a tie to Ryukyu, and that his fasting is a vigil as well? Because a lot of people are suggesting that Ryukyu has some sort of a tie to Wano, and potentially a tie to Zoro. I think Ushimaro is dead. I don't know if the timeline works out for Ushimaro to be Green Bull's father, making Ushimaro Zoro's grandfather. All Oda said was that Ushimaro was not Zoro's dad. Never said anything about him not being his grandfather, though. There could be something to that theory, but I'm leaning more towards no right now. So we get our typical end of an arc bat scene. It's happened plenty of times. Gave me Alabasta vibes. Now, I'm not particularly a fan of these bat scenes. I think it's gratuitous. I think it's unnecessary. But some people love them. But I will say that for me, this is the best one in the entire series because it actually means something. It stands for something. I love, everything that's going on here between Kiku and Yamato. Kiku is able to, fully embrace themselves. Yamato is fully able to embrace themselves. It's Pride Month. I see, a lot of people in the comments were, really just feeling represented with this chapter. And, seeing the love in the Discord. I know that, unfortunately, haters gonna hate. And you know what? Screw them. I think on the opposite side of that, if someone's truly a fan of One Piece and they see, the inclusivity that Oda is, working in here, and even the growth that Oda is having as a writer and as a person and a character, because I don't think 10 years ago Oda would have written this scene, but I believe Oda now wrote it. Like, this is the same guy that, had a bunch of Okama chasing Sanji, and now, we're getting this. This is awesome. And also, the big theory right now here is Nami is going to become Tama's surrogate mommy. But I was getting so many comments that were like, oh, Speed, I want you to be my mommy. Yeah, but did you watch the video? I explained it. Yes, it is not about what someone says, it is about what someone does. It is about actions. What are Tama's actions? Not hanging out with Speed at all after that. Hanging out with Nami, right? Because Nami is the true mommy. And then where is Speed in this chapter? In the background with Carrot. In the background. And where is Tama? With Nami. Tama for Nakama. I love this chapter. I really do. 10 out of 10. I think we're going to get some serious lore, maybe even in the next chapter. We're going on a month break. This is unprecedented. We haven't done that since the time skip. And, whew, man, it's gonna be rough. It's gonna be rough. But I think Oda is going to leave us with enough information to really chew on for an entire month. And if that means that the newspaper is gonna open up, boy oh boy, we will have stuff to talk about. You know, we'll probably have a reverie and all kinds of stuff going on. There'll be some theory for theories. We'll have some videos. There's gonna be plenty to talk about, guys. Even though I'm dreading not having chapters, I'm excited for all of the discussion that's gonna come out from the community. And I know that 1053 is going to be a monumental chapter. It's gonna be a banger. It's, oh man. Yeah. Let's open that newspaper, all right? And let's get some Robin action specifically. Just want to thank our members. Shout out to Emmanuel Blue for joining. Shout out to Mariko and Arari for rejoining. Appreciate you guys. Appreciate everybody. Man. Wano's ending. There's still a lot of things that could happen. There's still other factions. You know, what's up with Blackbeard? What's up with the Revolutionaries? What's up with Shanks? What's up with Vegapunk? A lot of ties there. Still want to see Vegapunk. But we're getting that Kuma, all right? I want Ryukyugu to be a bad guy. All right, everybody. I'll catch you later. Like, comment, and subscribe if you're feeling the vibe, all right?
I've been swimming deep, deep. Savage.